Hello, I'm Karen, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this gorgeous little hat for a baby. I'm using the same beginning as I have done in this is part of my Meteor collection. So if you've already watched the one how to start off the baby blanket, then you'll enjoy this one. If not, I'm going to get you started so that you can see how to do it. And I've got this beautiful design on it and a lovely little edging. I have actually already had a go at this, and I know that I'm going to have to do it in a two-part video. So both of the videos are going to have the same title, but the first one's going to have a number 1 next to it and the second one's going to have a 2 next to it. And this is going to fit a baby which is, I'm going to say it's about a 3-month size, because I've actually tried it on here's my little model doll and it fits beautifully. If I can just show you there, look. And this one actually has a 15cm head, so that means that it'll fit a baby which is about 3 months old or a little bit before. So if you give it as a newborn present, your baby will grow into it, but it'll be a bit big if you give it straight away. Okay, so I'm going to be using double knit yarn. Where are we? Double knit yarn. I'm using a 4mm crochet hook, which is also a G6 in the US, and I shall be telling you in both English and American terms. So I'm just going to put all my things out of the way, try and give myself some space, and I'll get started. So I'm going to start with my twist. You can start with a slip knot if you prefer. Okay, so that's my twist. What we're going to do is it's exactly the same because it's part of the Meteor collection. So I'm going to start off with actually creating the star. So we need to make a chain of 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to slip stitch underneath one loop or single crochet underneath one loop if you're in England. And then what we're going to do is just work straight into the middle of this circle, and we're working 8 single crochet if you're in the US and 8 double crochet if you're in the UK. So that's 1, 2, 3, getting tangled up already as normal, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And I forgot to tell you, I was tucking the tail in all the way around just to make it easier so we don't have to sew in at the end. And then we're going to slip stitch underneath the first single crochet or single crochet underneath the first double crochet depending where you're from, to join our circle. You'll have something that looks like that. And now we need to make a chain of 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to slip stitch underneath the first stitch, or it's a single crochet if you're in England. And it's repetitive round, so it's chain 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and working under the next stitch along. 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next stitch. Oopsie daisy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and working into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, under the next stitch. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, underneath the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, underneath the next stitch there, and we do one more, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're using the slip stitch from the previous round or the single crochet from the previous round, and that'll give you 8 loops all the way around, so it looks like a little flower. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work straight into this next loop, and we're going to do I'm going to say I'm going to do a chain, because we do 1 and then back into the loop and do another one, so that's like a chain of 2, and you can see it's actually you've gone within the loop, but you're actually not joined to anything. And then we're going to begin from here, and we're going to chain 4 again, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitching or single crocheting into the first loop. I'm just getting myself some more yarn, and I'm hoping that my ball of yarn works okay because I had an awful tangle earlier on. 1, 2, 3, 4, working into the next stitch. Oops, daisy. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the next stitch. Oh no, it's alright. I thought I forgot my scissors then for a minute because I need my scissors. You're going to need your scissors in this in this pattern. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I was going to have to start my video all over again then. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for the very last one we're going to slip stitch into the or single crochet into the very first loop where you actually made that chain of 2. So you're going to work into there. Get myself some more yarn. Okay, and then what we're going to do is the same thing we did last time. We're going to go into the next loop along, and we're going to be making a chain of 2. So that's 1, and then back in there and make the second chain like that, so you can see that you're not actually joined to anything. And for this round we need to work chains of 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're doing the same thing, either slip stitching or single crocheting into the next loop. And it's a repetitive round again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the next loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the next, into the next loop if I can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the next loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the next one. I need some more yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the next one, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slip stitching or single crocheting into the last loop. And now on this one, because we're working in the same colour yarn, we're going to continue. If you've actually been making the stars on my other one, it's slightly different for the blanket. So what we need to do now is we're working a single crochet if you're in the US, or it's a double crochet if you're in the UK. And we're working over the chains this time, and we need to work 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then make a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then back into that same chain and make 3 more stitches. That's 1, 2, 2, and 3. And this is a repetitive round again all the way around. And there you can see we're making the points of the star. So I've just done 1 stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. To the next one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. My tension's gone all funny. And that's it. Get myself some more yarn and get myself comfortable again. To the next one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Look, I've got a tangle coming up there again. And back into that same loop. 1, 2, 3. Into the next loop. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And the last loop. 1, 2, where 3, 1, 2, 3. It still keeps doing it. And the last 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3. And then what we need to do is we're going to work a single crochet if you're in the UK, or a slip stitch if you're in the US, to join. And then we need to cut off the yarn. I know we're working in the same colour, but unfortunately that's the way that it goes with this pattern. It's okay, so you've got your star. It's an 8-pointed star, and then oops, wrong yarn. I've got a different thing of yarn. I was actually trying to do something earlier and I cut off my yarn. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to work the first round of the actual blanket edge pattern now. So if you've actually already done the blanket, if not, then please go and watch my other video where I've actually made this sample here. And you just make lots and lots of stars, and then when you're finished you put this lovely edging around it. Anyway, back to the project in hand. So we're going to work with a slip stitch or a single crochet to join in the point of a star, and pull that tight there. And then we're going to work chain 2, so it's 1, 2, and then here you've got 3 stitches, and what you're going to do is you're going to work a double crochet if you're in the US into the middle stitch, or it's a treble crochet if you're in the UK. Work that in the middle stitch there, and then of these next 3 stitches we'll do the same stitch again in the middle stitch. So you'll always end up with 2 stitches unused in the middle of the indent of your star, and then chain 2 because you're going into the point of a star, and chain 2 because we're coming out of the star, and work the double crochet or the treble crochet depending where you're from into these, it's just into the middle stitch, and it's repetitive rounds. So that's chain 2 into the point of the star. And I know that if you've already watched my other video, you may have skipped ahead in this one, but you really need to keep with me at the minute because it's slightly different. So that's a double crochet or a treble crochet there, and 1 into that one there, chain 2 and work into there, chain 2 and work your stitch in the side point there, and another one in the middle of that one there, chain 2 and into the point of the star, chain 2, coming out of the star and into the middle stitch of the 3 stitches we're working a double or a treble crochet, chain 2 into the point of the star, chain 2 out of the star, double crochet or treble crochet into the middle stitch, just there, chain 2, slip stitching or single crocheting into the point of the star, chain 2 and then working the double crochet or the treble crochet into the middle stitches, chain 2 into the point of the star, chain 2 out of the point of the star, and these are the last double crochet or treble crochet of this round. Whoops a daisy, and there we go, and chain 2 and into the point of the star. Now this is where the pattern then changes for this hat, okay? But you've got this lovely circle at the minute, which is quite like a little doily. It's very pretty. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work a chain of 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in between the posts of the double crochet or the treble crochet, you're going to slip stitch if you're in the US, or single crochet if you're in the UK, and then make another chain of 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is then we're going to work into this space here, which is actually the point of the star, okay, because you can see it indents a little bit, and we're going to work another slip stitch or single crochet. So it's the same all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, working in between the posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the point of the star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in between the posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just need to get some more yarn, and into the point of the star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in between the posts, slip stitching or single crocheting depending where you're from. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the point of the star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in between the posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the point of a star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, I've still got my little tickly thing going off. Got the lurgy. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the point of my star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in between the posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the point of the star. Get myself some more yarn, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the in between the posts, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the point of the star to finish this round. When you finish this round, it's still looking very pretty like a doily, and you can use a doily. You can use it obviously as a doily if you want to, but we shall continue. So now we're going to chain 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we're going to do is, this is a stitch that I actually I demonstrated how to do when I was doing a bag for the Voynich manuscript. And what we do is you go underneath the outside loop, and then you're going over the chain 2. You're going to get your yarn, and you're just going to do a slip stitch or a single crochet over that stitch. Okay, so it's chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then move along, so underneath the next loop, but then over the loop that's the chain 2, and slip stitching or single crocheting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's under, over. We're just working over the chains this time. We're not working into the points or anything else. It's just purely chains. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, underneath the outside one, over that one, and slip stitching or single crocheting into place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, underneath that one and over that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under this one and over that one. Need some more yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under and over. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, underneath and over that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, underneath and over that one. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, underneath this one and over that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need some more yarn. Underneath the next loop, over the chain of 2, and slip stitching or single crocheting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, underneath and over this one. Now you know you've come to the end of the round because you can see you've got this one sticking out now, and it's still looking very pretty like a doily, but keep on going because then it will start to curve. So now what we need to do is we need to make a chain of 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to go underneath the outside loop, and then the loop that's on the inside, there's a little hole there. I hope that that's clear what I've done. And you're going to slip stitch into place or single crochet. And the same again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's underneath the outside loop, over the inside loop, and slip stitching or single crocheting into place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's under there, over there, slip stitch or single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from now onwards, this is all you're going to do. Is this exact same thing. You're just going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, underneath the outside loop, over the inside loop, and slip stitching. Whoops, I'm stuck. Slip stitching or single crocheting into place. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it'll take about 4 rounds until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll take about 4 rounds until it actually starts to really curve over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under and over. And so even at this point it still makes a lovely, it's more like a little placemat or something, because it's got the little ridge sitting around the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just showing how versatile just the beginning of this hat actually is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I personally, I think it would look beautiful, you know, if you put one of those, if you put a candle in the middle of it. I mean, it's beautiful as it is because you can still see the star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm hoping that I can show you, I can do enough rounds so I can actually show you where it's starting to curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it does take 12 rounds of doing this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under and over. 1, 2, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, under and over. I can see on my timer that I've actually done 25 minutes, and I know that it'll take me a lot longer to do the rows I need to do. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's my fault because I talked too much at the beginning and talked too much during it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under. Let's see now. Here, we've got to make sure we're going under and over this stitch. Okay, because we're actually, if you look there, you could see that was actually the beginning of the round or the end of the round. So now what you need to do is do the same thing again. So it's chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you work underneath the next stitch and over the next one and slip stitching or single crocheting. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so you just keep on doing exactly the same thing. So because it's got to 26 minutes, this round you can just start to see that now the stitches are starting to sort of sit on the inside. And so as you, from this round onwards, what you've got to do is be very careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What you've got to do is be very careful, because as it curves over, it'll hide the outside stitch. So you need to make sure you keep tucking up this outside stitch to be able to put it into place, to be able to complete your stitching. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this one here at the minute and show you one that I've actually worked. So I've actually got the correct length, so that you can see what actually happens. Because as you actually work, if I show you, you can see the edging is always curved in. So if I wanted to work any more rounds on this one, I'd have to pull these ones up from the outside to be able to go under and over, because they've all like tucked themselves inside. And because this one is actually really difficult to count the rows from the outside, if you turn it around onto the inside, find the this is your yarn where you've actually cast on again, because you actually made your star and you cast off, and then we put a new row on. And from that one there, that is actually your first stitch. And what you're going to do is you're going to work down the actual row. So that's my first one, so that's 1, and then you count the actual stitches that you've done over here. So that's 1, and I don't know if we can see this very well. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, I've done 11 on this one. But you work along these rows up to the edges of everything. You count those stitches there to be able to count your rows. So you need to do, I think you need to have, I've done 12 on this one. Okay, so, and what I'm going to do is, because we're already on half an hour, and I know that my camera, the way that I have everything set up, it actually starts to get a little bit warm. So I'm going to stop this video now. You carry on making yours until you've actually got your 12 rounds, and then I'm going to share with you how you actually, whoops a daisy, not that one, and then I'm going to share with you how to add the edging on. Okay, so thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing. Bye for now, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye for now.